flawless. I think what surprised me the most is how great my chin looks. Spring is around the corner, fresh-faced makeup looks are in, and we're all gonna start needing a little bit more SPF now that it's getting sunny. And Physicians Formula has new makeup for that. Today I'm partnering with the brand to share their new Natural Defense line. I'm gonna be doing a full day wear test of the foundation, concealer, and finishing powder, pushing the limits on the coverage because this foundation is sheer. And y'all know I'm not a sheer kind of girl. If you're new here, hi, my name is Miranda. Welcome to my channel where we talk all things budget beauty. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. This collection's a little bit of a triple whammy. There's SPF for sun protection, RPF for blue light protection, and PPF for protection against pollution and environmental stressors. So let's go back in time about 10 minutes to when I didn't have makeup on. All right, starting out with the brand new Physicians Formula Natural Defense Foundation. Now, this is supposed to provide lightweight, sheer to light coverage, which is usually not my style when it comes to foundation. And today I do have several problem areas, but we will follow up with the concealer if we need extra coverage. I'm using the shade medium. Now, they do have 12 shades in this foundation line, which I'm very happy about. They have listened to our feedback when we say we need more shade options, especially for deeper skin tones. So let's see what the foundation can do on its own. Okay, there is a scent, but it is very pleasant. And medium, perfect match for me. So I have to say, I did get a little bit more coverage than I expected from a product that promotes itself as sheer. I had some red spots here on my cheek from some healing acne, some hyperpigmentation in this area, and after just applying the foundation, I think everything looks a little bit more blurred. You can obviously still see some discoloration through, but we've got a pretty good base going. It blurred my pores just as well as a full coverage foundation. Like around my nose, it looks flawless. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and spot correct some of the discoloration that is still coming through with the new Natural Defense Total Coverage Concealer. So this is a full coverage concealer. So I feel like paired with the foundation, you can get away with wearing less product overall by putting just a little extra coverage where you need it most versus putting on a full face of full coverage. And this concealer does have a little built-in sponge applicator, so I'm just gonna apply it straight from the tube. Also, something important to note is that you do have to twist the applicator into the on position for the concealer to come out. I applied the concealer to the spots where I need it with the sponge applicator, but I'm gonna blend out with my finger because that's just how I like doing my concealer. So this concealer is rather creamy. I feel like less is more. It's spreading really nicely, and the shade match again is perfect because I use medium in both the foundation and concealer. I've blended out the concealer, and honestly I feel like it has added the perfect amount of coverage to finish evening everything out. And despite the concealer being slightly heavier than the foundation, it blended in together really easily without any lines of demarcation or splotchiness. And I'm loving this natural skin finish. It is slightly glowy, but not dewy. To finish this really light makeup look off camera, I just added a little bit of brows, mascara, and lip oil. And now I want to go into testing the new Natural Defense Finishing Powder. This powder still has all of the protective properties as the rest of this Natural Defense collection. I personally love setting powders, finishing powders that have SPF because it's a great way to re-up on your protection throughout the day on top of your makeup. Now, these finishing powders do come in different shades. They are slightly tinted. I'm going to use light because medium looks a little dark, especially compared to the shade medium of foundation and concealer. Doesn't really match. I have also made the decision to only set half of my face because I do want to see how this foundation and concealer perform without setting as well. And because this finishing powder is slightly tinted, it will end up just adding another very, very sheer layer of coverage if you need it. All right, the finishing powder did slightly mattify the foundation and concealer, although I don't think that it looks dull. All right, so I'm intending on this being a full day wear test, so I'll update you in a couple hours to show you how we're doing. Hi, hello. It has been about 4 hours since I put my makeup on. Overall, I think we're still looking good, but there are a few things I want to point out just to be picky. As a refresher, this is the side that I used the finishing powder on, and with that said, I do think this side looks a little bit smoother, especially around my pores on either side of my nose, which are probably my most obvious pores on my face. They just look a little bit more blurred on the powder side. Also, I do have some foundation breakdown on the side I did not set right in the crease of my my nostril. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it on camera, but just in this little crevice right here, as well as a little bit on top of my nostril. And this side still looks good. We have a little bit of wear down here, but as far as the makeup on my actual nose, everything is still intact and smooth. The coverage on both sides still looks really good. I'm not seeing any type of fading since we first put this makeup on. I did already start editing this video, and from the footage, it does look like these really red spots that I had on my cheek were never like 100% covered. So you can see them a tiny bit. I don't think you can see them any more now than when I first put the makeup on though. I feel like we achieved a good medium full coverage with the foundation and concealer, and we are still at that level of coverage. Okay, so we're about halfway through this wear test. I will check in with you one more time at the end of the day. We have reached 8 hours of wearing these new Natural Defense products. Last time I checked in, I saw some breakdown around my nose on the unset side, and now I am seeing that same breakdown on the side that we set with powder. Now granted, the crease on either side of my nose is probably the oiliest spot on my entire face. I'm not seeing any product breakdown anywhere else on my face. But the finishing powder did help the foundation hang in there just a little longer. As far as coverage goes, I'm actually really surprised with this foundation considering what it's advertised to be. I think that it outperforms its claims. Now, of course, we did use concealer on top of the foundation for my problem areas, but if you look at my forehead, we didn't use any concealer in that area. Everything still looks even and smooth, and I don't even think my forehead looks shiny, which is very common for me by the end of the day. And with the spots where we did apply concealer, namely right here with the red acne spots and the hyperpigmentation on this side, I mean, the concealer did its job, and I don't think it looks like it faded at all throughout the day. We still have a very solid medium full coverage all over. Despite the spots where I broke up around my nose, everything else looks so smooth. I think what surprised me the most though is how great my chin looks. My chin is a tricky area. Sometimes it just like eats up my foundation, especially in the crease right above my chin. I'm not seeing any of that with this foundation today. So I know that's kind of like weird and random, but it's legitimately a problem I've been having with a lot of foundations lately. So I'm like, hey, let me know in the comments, what do you think about the new Physicians Formula Natural Defense line? Is it something you can see yourself working into your makeup routine? Today's shout out goes to Zion. Thanks for being a member of the Slashed Squad, and join me over in this video next where I talk about the brand new Physicians Formula Rosé All Day collection. I'll see you over there. Bye.